Nathan Judah. I'm here with Wolves reporter Tim Spiers. Tim, start of the day, as far as meaningless games go, that was pretty high up on the list, but I kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, nice little day out in the sunshine, eh?
Yeah, it was nice.
Wolves have waited 23 home games to put in a complete 90-minute performance where they dominate the opposition and win comfortably. Yeah. Yeah, here we go, here it was. May the whatever, last game of the season. I thought they looked really good today.
They did.
There's nothing riding on it, and Preston didn't really turn up, so you can't learn a huge amount of it from a team perspective. But fair play, Wolves turned up today. They haven't turned up in the last few weeks.
No.
They turned up today. I thought they pretty much controlled the game. Their possession, the way they used possession, was far better than in recent weeks.
Absolutely.
Thought they moved the ball really well, and then in the second half they kind of stepped it up a gear or two, created a number of chances, and should have won by more goals.
They were threatening throughout, weren't they? Which was good to see.
Yeah, like I said, first half, it's fairly kind of sedentary pace as you'd expect for an end of season game. All kind of about Jordan Graham, I'm sure we'll talk about in a minute. And then second half really kind of ramped it up a bit. Bright missed a couple of fantastic chances, which was a real shame. And then, although Preston had one or two sniffs of goal, you never really felt like they were going to equalise. So yeah, just a nice way to end the season.
Well, let's talk about him. Jordan Graham, man of the moment. I mean, he was excellent, wasn't he? 60 minutes and really exciting for next season and going forward.
He looked like his old self.
He did.
Which, to compare with Nua, who also looked like his old self today. Nua Dicko, I thought he was excellent. Picked up where he left off at Derby.
Nua Dicko was Nua Dicko.
But it's great tweet that was, yeah. But it's taken Nua a while to get up to speed, whereas Jordan, you wouldn't say he was necessarily up to speed today, but he looked like his old self. He was, Browning, the Preston right back. He had to pay to get back in after half an hour because he'd been he'd be sent one way or the other, and Graham was doing what he did last season. Going both ways, comfortable on both feet. You never know which way he's going to turn, which is a nightmare for a defender. Kind of sauntering past him, a couple of great deliveries, obviously an assist, as he does. I think it was 8 and 12 assists, 8 assists in 12 games last season when he was in. There he was, 1 minute in, corner, bang, Danny Bart header.
But it is his delivery, his set pieces, in play, quite fantastic, really. It just shows, someone's whipping it in rather than just a loopy that we've seen all season. Whipping it in, you know what I mean? I'm just showing,
completely on the money. And yeah, he was put set piece duty for his debut at Ipswich last year, and he's you can see why. Delivery's fantastic with him and Marshall.
Hi Rob, you're right.
Rob was there. Just thank you, Rob. With him and Marshall, both fantastic set piece deliveries. That bodes well for next year as well.
Absolutely. You've discussed Bright, obviously. He had everything today. Brought in a bit of a surprise, really, starting today.
First start for 3 months. So yeah.
For me, personally, I think it's the best I've ever seen him. Apart from that goal, apart from he's desperate for a goal, but his all-round gameplay was superb.
That's him all over, though. That's been his season in a nutshell today. He looks great on the ball, so comfortable in possession, always looking to do something, always looking to take his man on, gets in great positions, but no end product. That's been his issue this season, and it'll come because he's only young. But yeah, I don't think he's produced a single assist or a goal this season. Certainly hasn't scored. So yeah, that's Bright all over, and you could see he wasn't hiding it. How distraught he was when he missed that chance. Our whole crowd was distraught for him. Real kind of emotional moment. Lambert called him over to the touchline, arm around the shoulder during the game. But he needs it. He needs babysitting. He's a bit of a different character to the rest of them. He's a bit of a kind of loner type, I think. I mean, he's come over from Nigeria, age 15. Family aren't here, so he's all. He's just a bit of a...
It's difficult.
Of course it is, so he needs that support.
Maybe the 23s have helped him as well,
He needs that guidance. I think they would have sent him out on loan by now if he was, a normal kind of local lad.
Yeah, of course.
But they're keeping him here, so they keep an eye on him and look after him. But some of the stuff that Paul Lambert and Dave Edwards, who we just spoke to, have said about him, as high praise as you can imagine. Paul Lambert's compared him to Andreas Muller, who said he's the best player he's ever played with, and said he's kind of in that mould, and Dave Edwards says he's got the potential to go to the top of the Premier League. So these guys see him week in, week out. They say that finishing isn't a problem for him in training. So it's all about transferring that. He's kind of gone under the radar a little bit. I think people are looking at Conor Ronan next season's come through, and Jordan Graham, and Zora will be back, but Bright potentially is a massive star next season.
Retain list comes out this week or next week. Silvio.
Silvio.
I mean, I know. Obviously, he's played hardly at all in the last 3 years, but I mean, when he is fit,
well,
he'll be starting left back, 100%.
He looks class act today. He's 2-footed, like Graham. Links well with Graham.
Silvio Graham down that left. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Please.
He had a great shot on him. He pings one from 25 yards, just wide.
Just like safe.
Very, very, very tight start. Very comfortable in possession. Cultured, as the stereotype goes.
Well read, yeah.
Well read, but likes a bit Shakespeare. He looks really good on the ball, defensively sound. I think he's only played 5 times this season. I've seen him have 1 bad game. The rest of the time he's looked really good. That's on the one hand. On the other hand, he's played 13 games in 3 years.
Yeah.
Made of glass. He paid a lot of money. Can he get through another season? Big decision. Really interested to see where they go with that one.
And Matt Williamson wasn't in the squad today.
Yep.
Obviously, both potential, injury concerns moving forward. Would you get one? You can't have both, but
I don't think you can afford to have both and rely on them on being your first team next season. They've played 21 games between them in the last 2 seasons.
Sure.
Williamson and Silvio. I don't think there's room for both of them. Williamson, his injury record is not actually too bad in his career. This is his first injury absence he's had. Silvio, very different, missed a lot of football in the last few years. So Williamson would be the one I would be the favourite of the two to stay.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of decisions you can't really see which way they're going to go. So.
No, probably the one who's probably going to struggle the most is Jack Price, not in the squad again today, and you've got to think that his Wolves' career's come to an end.
I don't know though, because it's quite. He's got a year option, so I don't really see the harm in giving him another year if he wants to. I think
he hasn't been in the squad at all for the last 6 weeks.
He's got screaming out.
Oh, and we're getting
it's all
sprinklers.
It's all
happening.
It's all going wrong, isn't it? All falling apart. What are you saying?
Has it all fallen apart for Jack though?
Right, yeah. So no, I don't see the harm in giving him another year. I'm edging towards the fact that they probably will do.
Really?
I think he's a good player to have in there on the squad. Huge potential. So we're getting a bit distracted here.
Absolutely sprayed. Oh dear, it's like being at Disney. Come on, because I'm getting wet.
So, well, we'll see. We'll see.
Next season, are you positive? Or do you just want to go on holiday?
I can't wait.
Do you want to think about it? Or
I cannot wait to have a break. I'm sure most players are the same, and the manager and all the fans. Good riddance to this season. It's been some real highlights. I was going through them earlier. Liverpool and Stoke, amazing days.
Amazing.
Newcastle, fantastic, great days. Brentford, brilliant. Well, you weren't there, so don't say brilliant day. Plenty of lows as well.
Yeah.
But overall, good riddance to this video and to the season.
Oh dear.
I mean, they've finished on the same points as last season, believe it or not.
That's incredible, Tim.
Having spent 27 million to stay in the same place.
Oh dear.
What
do you think of the unspent money?
One place below last season, same points. So throwing money at it isn't the answer. What they need is a coherent plan. They need a list of 5, 6, 7 players to come in and improve this team, not just the squad. They need to get out a lot of the dead wood, and it's all got to be one man's vision, and that man is Paul Lambert.
Yeah.
We saw last summer with Zenga. Wasn't his vision at all.
No.
You had too much interference, the likes of Booty and Mendes. It's got to be one person's vision.
That looks dangerous. Now that's dangerous. Jeez.
Should we end it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
it.
I reckon they'll be alright next season. See you later.
Getting a bit emotional though. This is our last video of the season.
You're not coming to the under-23s tomorrow? In the playoffs? Gonna give that a miss, are you? All about the glamour and the hits, right?
Probably not. No, it's been good. But we have got a cheeky bonus one Tuesday night, Wolves Awards. We're going to be there, so
yes, they announced the nominations today for the Player of the Season.
The nominations are
Costa, Edwards,
winner,
and Cody.
Okay, and who would your vote be?
Well, it's got to be Costa.
Yeah. Okay, even though he hasn't featured recently.
No, the impact he's made. Oh my God!
Stay closer. I'm staying on. This is from me, Nathan Judah, from him, Tim Spiers. Hope you've enjoyed all the coverage this season, all the post-match reaction. Make sure you log on to expressionstar.com.